Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Bills are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Dolphins team that knows they have to take care of the ball. With that, let's get you up to a snowy Orchard Park. Enjoy the flag getting out of there tonight. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Play action. It's Newton. He's got time. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll try the air now with Newton. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat our blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, it makes them block just a little bit harder.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd and goal now from the 8. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal from the 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And there is nothing easy about being a... They go play action here on 1st down. Surveying the field. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective... Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rodgers to throw on second down. Finding time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to our EA. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. First down, here's the run with Peterson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Sort of a hallmark here of a Rex Ryan team last year, the #1 rushing attack in the NFL, keeping it on the ground here, eating some clock with a lead.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise. Rex Ryan's a defensive-minded head coach. He loves having a good running attack because it helps his defense out in a big way.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On first down, Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Adrian Peterson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. In the Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Bills, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8, and they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Now we just have to deal with a snow-filled parking lot as we say so long from Buffalo.
I'm just looking forward to getting warm.